Everybody. Again, this week we've been a little bit inspired by Firebat coming back, starting streaming again. So doing webcam, and then also in a pretty good spot with our character. I don't know. I just unlocked the ability to do 4 mod tablets. I think our biggest issue today is going to be exalted orbs. So I think what I'm actually going to do, I don't know if item rarity helps or hurts. But with our current setup, we're at 30. I spent some time yesterday setting up, or on Monday, setting up combat frenzy and charge regulation. These are going away. Gonna grab a arc skin again. Means we have an open. Do we? Yeah. Okay. Might rip that. Might rip this one. And then we are going to be looking for item rare. That is a fantastic ring with item rarity on it. And then this is another one with 17. That is an insane one. Holy shit. But we don't have leech. So I'd have to get leech, which we can't. So that is a suffix. So let's grab the Giga Ring. I believe it's here. So this is the item rarity plus triple mod plus chaos. This is probably the one we have to run though. Item rarity, item rarity. This one already has rarity on it. The helm. I think we had one with 30. This is it. That's. This entire setup has an insane amount of fire, but not lightning. Tapped everything. This is 19 chaos. Get that back on. And put a chaos in the helm if we need. And then we're looking at a little bit more int and 330. A lot more strength. I could put options down here to make this easier to use. Trying to remember where we slotted up. We have AoE there. We have this.
What is it? Old wolf, new tricks.
Let's rip AoE, and then I guess these two. Two more ints.
Yes, time I turned over a new leaf.
Okay, max res. Nope. What happened? Cool. With shield, max res. Chaos is at 68%, again, totally fine. Helmet we can juice. We have more than one. We do not. We have a single chaos left. Could drop it in this helm, but I don't even know if the current helm's the best setup, so probably not worth. This is just a better version of this ring. So drop that on. Max chaos, max everything. And how much item rarity are we at now? $77? What? 14, 15, 14, 16, 18. I guess. Oh, yo, I forgot. Last stream we got a... Where's it at? There it is. Ferul's Rune of the Hunts. 50% increased attack damage against rare or unique enemies. +1 to all level of attack skills. Insane. As well as... this pair of gloves. An insane pair of gloves. That's what we're gonna start at farming. We're looking for an echo, so we can double reveal on the suffix. And then later, because we got really lucky and fractured just the +2 level, we could reforge this, recraft this in any way. Could be a long-term project. I don't really care, but we will wait, grab an echoes, and then double exalts. Probably perfect, just because we got it. Why not? We're gonna have to figure out int is my guess. So 98. This requires 95. So we're gonna be dropping a good chunk, which is not gonna be a problem. You know, we got an open socket there, should be fine. But this plus the rune that I just showed off is gonna be insane. The only issue is that my current weapon relies on 0.4% of maximum life per second. It's the only way that I can get up to 0.5% of max life per second. So if I don't have that, I would need to find a different spot to get it from while moving. And it would be right there. Life regeneration rate does not affect energy shield regeneration rates. So everything here is kind of wasted. That's what I found. Envy, guilt, greed could be valuable, but we're already using our anoints to get 1%, no, 0.5% maximum life per second. We have 4? Is that all we need? Yo, that's... Okay, never mind. We just get these. Awesome. And the reason why I'm okay using it on this weapon is because of... destroys an equipment item, returning any augments socketed into it. So we have Orb of Extraction if we need to. But yeah, for now, our first socket is extra damages extra chaos, which is nice, and then damages extra fizz. And then the second socket we were using for the regen, but I'm just gonna replace it real quick. We now get +1 level of all skills, as well as 50% increased attack versus rares and uniques, which is insane. I now need to refund some points. Specifically, we need 1 more point here. I'm wondering if I can pull this one off. Single bit of ints. Just because of that, we're going to socket the int in and not really worry about it. Since we don't even really... I don't know if we need more than that for now. I'll just put the low effort one in. Then we've got 3 points. So as you can see right now, my ES is going down. I guess technically I could leave it like this. I never thought about that. That's not too bad, honestly. So, I mean, maybe. Is it worth 3 points? If you get it above that, if you get it above 5%, it still doesn't allow for ES recharge. So you know what? Let's say fuck it. The only issue is... Nah, fuck that too. The only issue is if I'm playing and I don't realize it's happening. So we're just going to ignore it. I'm going to put the points in and guarantee that and everything is good. Cool. Let me double check what tabs we were running. Okay. Tag this sit. Minutes. Anything else nearby? Not yet. Although I thought we did see... Yep. Okay. So we're going to path over here. Or actually, we could path around here and try to unlock the vault. Extra cold and crits if we hit. No, and extra damage. Goddamn. So what you're seeing right now, I'll pull it up in a sec, but hardcore, you really get stuck between a rock and a hard place. Every single one of these maps here, and even these ones in the middle. So how many is this? 8, almost 32 maps, are all incredibly deadly. Every single one of these could kill, and they're not even 6 mod. Just already with the mods that they have on them, the amount of damage you could take is just fucking crazy. Give me a sec. I'm gonna try a different mix on YouTube. Shit. Gonna loop around. But in general, there are a good amount of mods that we can run, and the only thing you need is excess exalts, excess alks, and maps. Currently we're hunting down for some Aminamu's Void, and once we get that EHP we're at, let me pull it up in a sec. I haven't actually checked Huey Ninja, so today I just removed a bit. Because we're now farming. We killed Arbiter last week, so I now get 4 affix tablets, so I wanted to get item rarity going again. But looking at it, I'm around 30k Ellie, 10k Fizz, and 13k Chaos. Chaos can go even higher. Yeah, definitely found a way to make the character good, and I got this chess piece, and I made it work. Like it's not insane. And let me actually put on precision. We've got some extra spirit here, and then I'll pull the chess piece up again as well. Oh. There's too much to do. When you're changing gear, man, there's too much to do. Need prolonged for Bark Skin. We killed Arbiter, and we got this chess piece, which is life, all elemental resistances, and spirit. We already had too much spirit, but like, you know, it's not the worst thing in the world. Attributes might have actually been better long term. I divined it a few times to get a ton of increased armor evasion. But the real thing that we got lucky on, I don't know how common it is, we got the Great Wolf's Rune of Willpower, and that converts life to ES. So I don't even need this body armor, but I just like having it and using it in SSF because it's fun. But the combo with, you know, more life, I mean, we still kind of use life. We're pretty hybrid anyways, so overall it's worked out pretty well. Our regen's really high with Leech. I think, something's weird. Might be, no. What's happening? Have you ever seen this issue? Not enough mana. Alright. Well, that was strange, but it at least reminded me to remove pin, which means I get to put back on Mana Leech if I wanted to, but we don't. So we can actually make Earthquake even faster. Let's do that. Let's do Compressed Duration Earthquake, so we double up. Kiwi 2-man always catches me off guard with the weirdness. There we go. Oh shit. Again, one of the downsides is we don't have ES recharge. So when you go between zones, actually, there's like a weird thing that happens where it always drops your ES to 0. And in order for me to get it back up, I need to be running Convalescence. I was hoping if I maxed out the mod on Soul Tether, it would be fixed. But that is not the case. We need to actually rip the mod off the belt. This is a little dangerous here. I think there's a 50%er here somewhere. Can recover above 50%. I haven't done much breach, but it is probably the most deadly thing to our character at the moment. We're specifically farming Abyss right now. We don't want to do breach. So I don't care how many splinters we get. Yeah, 3, whatever. But eventually we'll get, we'll max the Chaos Res out again, get another go at some breach stuff and get the bosses going. Oh. Pretty interesting stuff that we've been going through, and the entire process of me playing SSF and hardcore and then streaming it, where prior to killing Arbiter, I was kind of lost. I didn't really know exactly what I wanted to do with this season, and as soon as we killed him, now I'm just kind of cruising. What we're looking to get right now is desecrated currency, in this case an Echoes, to allow us to craft some insane gloves from last stream. I'll pull up defenses in a second. The most impressive thing maybe with the builds, which again it's weird, it just feels kind of busted in PoE 2. But it is the leech. So we just have leech, and our life leech is transformed into ES leech, and it's going to keep us at 100% like at all times basically. Our defenses is mostly just maxed elemental res. We've got, baseline 11k armor, I think, and then it goes up throughout the map. Right now you can see we got 100 from Barkskin. All those things rip off, go down to 10k. With Barkskin buffs, with Scavenge Plating buffs, it goes between like 15 and 20k armor. We did actually max out gas, so that's back. We got some block, but it's just the large health pool. So 4.7k ES, and then 2.2k life, which the life is actually helpful when dealing with bleed. I didn't realize how deadly it could be. It goes straight through your ES, so there have been times where I started to watch my health go down with my ES at full. And just having an instant flask charge, or instant flask that I can press whenever I'm like panicking, is helpful on that front. When it comes to elemental defenses, we're also running Shaman, who has one of the strongest elemental defenses ascendancy-wise in the game. It's just more conditional, so it's not going to pop up in PoB or PoE Ninja. Let me see if I can actually do this breach a little bit better. Last time I was... When you're shaking off the rest at the start of the stream, there's always a little lag time, but laying down Earthquake should make this easier. This one seems a little less hectic. Oh, there it is. Prior to running Earthquake, we were running Thunder for a bit. Thunder's pretty good for this too, especially Breach, right? I could just be using it and off-screening everything here. If I do want to go back to Breach, maybe we'll try that again. But the reason why Earthquake's better than Sunder for mapping is because Earthquake can break armor. So if I'm using Sunder, I have to constantly be remembering to weave in my Rolling Slams for armor break and scavenge plating stacks. But with Earthquake, you just set it up. They pop, you get the stacks, it's all good. Alright. Better than the 3 Breach that we got last time. Yeah, it's been a long, strange journey, and I'm finally kind of hit the point where we're just cruising. It really did take, I think, figuring out in order to offset the Soul Tether belt setup that we have. I just needed 5% max life regen, and then as soon as we got that, every map became way less stressful. We were at times doing stuff where like my ES was going down. Like, I couldn't consistently keep my ES up at times, and I'd, like, be reading chat, or I'd just look away for, like, a little too long. I'd go into, you know, like, an abyssal depths or some shit like that, and then we'd pop out, and I wouldn't have a convalescence cooldown, and I'd just be running around a map with, like, 2k life. On bosses, I had to, like, do some, like, jank shit, too. It was just not fun. So, as soon as we fixed that, the game's been a lot more fun. I've also, there's a lot more potential to get EHP on this character, actually. I swapped EHP out for damage, and then I swapped it out for item rarity on today's stream, at least. I wanted a bit of item rarity if I'm going to hit Aminamu's Void setup. Once we get a single Echoes, I'll be crafting some gloves. By crafting, I mean just re-rolling twice. Hopefully we get lucky, and then using a double perfect exalt on the prefixes. But yeah, if I check the damage from last stream to this stream, or at the end of the stream here, I'm guessing we're going to get like 30% plus more, because we'll be getting +3 to melee skills, as well as a good chunk of flat fizz on the gloves, with high potential to get like T1 or T2 cold / lightning as well on the prefix, but we'll see. But yeah, a lot of what you're seeing right now is I'm just mapping. I can face tank a ton of damage, and my ES is staying max. That's because Leech is insanely strong in PoE2. Last breath hidden behind the loots. We'll also be trying out some temple stuff. I heard people complaining that the locks got nerfed. I don't know if it's like a max nerf thing, or if it's just all lock drops have gotten nerfed, but we'll see. I did really want to try to get cultivation orbs going and getting like the perfect soul tether for us, but one, I wasted one last stream because I forgot to corrupt the belts, and then just in general, when I first checked, I might have somehow screwed up the... Let me focus up here before I get fucking stunned to death by this idiot. Oh, even my one-handed damage is way higher. What the fuck? Something I wasn't even considering that we could get to the point where I don't even need to dual swap on bosses, but it's so much more damage. Okay, where's the other one? Here. I'm trying to remember where I left off. The gloves? Maybe? Hopefully it doesn't take too long to get an Echoes. But dude, we are getting significantly more currency, so pulling up and getting a bunch more item rarity from last stream is been a pretty big help, I think, already. And I forgot a little, but it felt like they moved the breakpoint down a little bit, where probably the more the better. But in my experience, getting at least 50 item rarity is huge. So if you're in SSF and you're struggling with stuff, I would say go for it. Sunder was really good for Abyss as well, especially on range setups. That's a Shade Walker, so I do have to be a little careful here. I just got to give myself a bunch of room to get out. It's a Shade Walker with... Oh. It's a Shade Walker with... yes on it, so it's going to be a little annoying. Something else I'm testing out is running no mana leech at all, and it seems like it's been fine. This thing. Okay, let's see if I can just kill it here. Blinks back on top. Okay, we're through the ES shields. Gonna kill it for sure here. Of the most dangerous mods that I've ran into so far, I think can't recover above 50% is maybe one of the worst. Especially when it catches you off guard. I've had it in Temple while we're hitting like a boss fight that's gonna fuck you up. I've hit it in Abyss out of nowhere. Breach is probably a nightmare, actually, if you hit it. Big chillin'. Yeah, there's not too much crazy stuff that we're doing defensively at the moment. Again, I looked into a lot of it, and what we ended up with is pretty good, but let me actually throw some of this shit out.
What is it?
Okay, why did I keep this? T1, that's why. That is garbage. It's garbage. This is my dump tab, and I never really go through and remove it, so that out. That T1. It's T3 Spirit. Anything else that's big?
What is it? These are a useful trade. Yes.
Speed and damage. Defaults off rip. Less life recovery is a no-go. So that's probably the mod that's been killing me the most. Or like, if I could run that mod. No way. It's so many maps here that hit it. This is really deadly. Any map I run with it, has the potential to brick our setup, so pickify it. Am I actually still going for as many waste stones as possible? Quantity, yes, but quality, no. I don't know. This one should be fine. Double extra penetrates. Fucking bricked. Dude, fuck hardcore, man. Good question. Because I don't know the answer. Or I don't have one that immediately comes to mind. A lot of people, I mean, for me personally, it's Smith of Kitava. And if we're talking about this league, it's probably Smith of Kitava Shield Wall. And what that means is actually you could just run any like Titan Shield Wall setup. but then just look at the Smith of Kitava Ascendancy and take specific points for making it so you're maxed out on your resistances throughout the campaign, and then going into endgame, just getting 90% to all maximum res is insane. But in general, I mean, everybody's gonna swear by ES, right? If you know how to get really, really high ES pools going, we're talking like 15k, 20k, or whatever, you're gonna feel super comfy, I think. I've had some growing pains trying to figure out the differences between like life and ES. But that's because right now we don't have the ability to recharge our ES, and that's like one of the biggest things that, you know, you're supposed to be doing with it. We just can't, because we're always taking damage from the belt. Depends on what you mean by how. What did I just... Dude, there was a fucking quote from Sicario. That just popped up. What was it? You're asking me how a watch works. Just focus on keeping time or something like that. But no, if you're talking about Smith of Kitava, that is the one thing that I have like the most experience in. So maybe I could do a build guide on it at some point. Could be fun. The Smith builds that we've done are for... They've been, in general, just kind of softcore, but they've been really strong defensively. That could be Void. But doesn't look like it is. Lucky. The other rares in this map, though, could have it. So we'll see. I don't know what's happening here with our... Rolling Slam should be destroying these things, but it might just be the terrain right now. I'm trying to see why we're doing not a ton of damage. They have ES. They don't have more life. Scaling ES. So, I don't actually know. I've played Warrior from 0.1 to 0.3, and then in 0.4 we started Warrior, and then I decided to do Druid with maces, and it's been a lot of fun. So I don't actually know how these motherfuckers scale ES that much. The build we're running right now is hybrid, and the highest we've gotten was 7k. So it was 7k ES, as well as, like, again, going up to, you know, potentially, like, 20,000 armor or whatever throughout a map. And with my setup and with how I play the game, that's more than enough for me. But I will pull up my tree and then point at a bunch of insane notables on it that scale ES, and compared to life, why can you get such high values, all that shit? Pretty simple. There's just a lot of it. The Void, or either of them Void, doesn't look like it. Maybe on the last one. Oh, it's Shadewalker though. Is it just Shroudwalker? No, it is Shadewalker. Go for the kill here. When it comes to quality of life, right now I did swap off to get some item rarity, and I'm already feeling it. But other things I've been thinking about trying to set up has been getting some AoE or getting some what do you call it? Reduce slow effectiveness. We are just constantly getting hammered by slows throughout all these maps, and I'd like at some point for it to not matter as much, but at the moment we're just getting shit on by it. Yo, a T5 weapon, man. What are the chances it rolls with anything on it instead of definitely got T1 elemental damage with attacks on it for sure. I don't even need to unveil it. Something I might do after this stream is look into Abyss strategies, because right now we threw on some tablets, kind of doing generic stuff, but I think I saw something talking about like getting a bunch of wisps on your map and then like ignoring everything else on the map and then making sure that the wisps only hit the Abyss rares and shit like that, but that could be a little scary if I don't know the actual power level of monsters that get spit out of the pit, but it could be fun. The other part of the region that I hadn't talked about is because we've offset the Soul Tether belts, and we have the mod that gives us regen applies to ES instead of life. Anytime we're on consecrated ground, we get 5% max life regen, or 5% maximum ES regen, which is really fucking good. This is crazy. Yeah, already I'm just seeing a massive amount more of currencies as well as just higher tier items. With the, we're only at 77% item ready, but I'm vibing with it. Leave the armor boots on the ground. Oh, there's another pit. What the fuck? Orb of Annulment hiding in a little pot on the side? Anybody in chat like fucking clicking on valuables and shit? Let me just go through the whole map, jump in and clearing the pots out. I'm trying to think of the last time. Dude, some of my favorite, like Mirror of Kalandra, I just dropped this, I'm shaking posts, are the ones where somebody gets it from just like a random chest somewhere. Shit like that's so insane. We did not set up the temple snake setup at any point, like the Giga one, so we haven't been seeing like the insane drops that you could potentially be getting this league. But we also just haven't seen... Oh, we got Void. Hell yeah, okay. I think it's just one Void. But okay, with the current amount of item rarity, the hope is that we're going to get an Echoes here. And then if we do, we get a massive boost in our damage. I'm going to let him place another Void, and we're going to move him out of that one. There's the new Void. Out. And then kill him. Uh-oh. No, 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 no! I took too long. I could have weapon swapped to guarantee it, but try to get him out. Where'd he go? No! Oh, he leashed. Okay, okay. Get over here, bud. Please. Sir? Okay. Okay, okay. Keep coming, keep coming. I am gonna weapon swap. We'll go for the kill. And just Dextral. The item rarity did nothing. Maybe it matters more the mods on the tablet, actually, or the map itself. Oh yeah, is there any item? 141 on this map and we didn't get shit, dude. Yuck. Still one more Abyss out there, maybe? was weird. T1? We got T1? No, T2 Fizz on the tier 5 weapon. What is this? A beetle? I haven't been doing any strongbox farming, but that's pretty fun. We've yet to see the gamble one. This one's just a bunch of jewels, yeah. Thanks. Grab a brood. Looks like there's one. I wonder if there's actually like a chest farming setup. There's one more abyss and then temple that we missed. Cryptic. Yeah, the maps, obviously the clear speed on this shit's pretty slow, but eventually maybe we get somewhere faster. I don't like how slow our attack speed is. We want onslaught, but I haven't risked bricking our weapon for it yet. There's a world where we get a shit ton more strength, and then we're just allowed to use any weapon. We were kind of trending towards that, but today's stream with the item rarity is making me think we can't give up item rarity. So we might have to actually focus on getting really high item rarity jewelry, maybe to make it easier on me, but yeah, we'll see. Be void again, doesn't look like it's. And we got a depths. Alright. Do I want to save the T2 flats? I don't really care. I could just hit it with an Exalt and see what happens, but that's T4, man. That would have been a crazy item if that was higher than T4, honestly. One we have kind of started out like this too. Not crazy, but just like a decent base to build off of. And we got Spired, man. We got, what do you call it? Real Steel. Very fun. Leveling Helm? No. Let's go do. I'll just do the depths. So far we haven't gotten anything really from the depths. But again, not having any item rarity going into them is really rough because none of the mods in the map apply. So maybe item rarity is going to help on the final boss if we see void or what. But in general, this hasn't been super worth. The other part about this is you do get +1 monster level in here, but I'm realizing we're not running irradiated, so we're already down 1 level anyways. Maybe 2 Abyss, 1 irradiated is just a better setup. No, I'm just chilling. Dude, I don't know when they're gonna fix this bug with Rolling Slam where sometimes you just like get stuck in your momentum and you're like going off screen, but really weird that it keeps happening. And I haven't been able to figure out what causes it. Or like I haven't noticed it. I mean, it could be a cool thing to learn, actually. Just start drifting around. Be able to force the camera to desync on command. Hey, we got a void. Hell yeah. Okay. I'm gonna pull it out, and then I'll wait for 1 more void. And then I'll weapon swap and kill it. Hold up here. Let's go. That was the plan, and it worked. So, we got our echoes. Go get the temple, and remember to use convalescence coming out of the pit, because we have no fucking ES when we do that. But yeah, now we get to Gamba a little bit. It's not really a gamble. The gloves by themselves are insane. Really strong upgrade. We're going to be losing a bit of Chaos Res. But we should be gaining a ton of damage. Do a bit of cleanup. I'll pull up the tree and show off some of the ES stuff that's really close by that is giving us so much. As well as the ES that we actually had before. And then I just pathed away from because it was too much pathing nodes.
Yes. We need to collect more. What is it? This is all we have.
So, yes, there's a lot on the tree. When it comes to the Druid starting area, you can just path up this side if you want. These two are increased armor and ES. This one's just increased armor, so I haven't decided to path all the way down here. 4 points of pathing to get a little bit more. But already, again, hybrid armor ES. There's another wheel right here, gets move speed. There's another wheel here. And then this wheel's insanely strong, so Ancient Aegis is really good. They're really good hybrid body armor. Grab this node, super killer. The nodes that made my ES go up to 7k and even higher are way up here. So convert life to ES, 15%, 25%, 15. This one down here you can even anoint on, 60% increased energy shield, insane. I never pathed that far, but I did attempt to path up here and all the way over here to grab it. Energy shield per 8 item armor. So if you have a hybrid armor, this is going to give you a bunch of more ES. But in general, this is like 14 points. And I just ripped it off and then put it into Crushing Verdict, Nimble Strength, which I need to double check. I don't know if we need accuracy anymore since we got to run double precision. So maybe these 4 points are a little wasted, but going that and then Vocal Empowerment for double Seismic Cries as well. Just in general, this section gave us a shit ton more damage. So now, why did I want the Echoes? I wanted the Echoes because of this. We hit a base hybrid with +2 all melee skill gems. I perfect exalted or perfect ogged on, whatever. A T1 fizz damage. That was the highest chance of us hitting. It was actually T1 fizz. We got it. I used fire just because we already have fire on this gear. So if I was going to swap out, but I could have used chaos to guarantee a more rare kind of setup. I don't really care. And then we put a suffix default. We didn't use like an ancient rib on it. And then I fractured. The fracture was just a meme, but we actually hit +2 level. So in general, I could just redo this base at any point. But instead, I just also wanted to get the Echoes. We're going to Unveil here. Unveil is looking for the Chaos mod, probably. If I get offered attack speed, or maybe some Leech, I might take those as well. Yeah, let's see what we get. We did not get the hybrid Chaos Res. We got base Chaos Res, but we did get Days on hit, which is insane. Huh. It's insane because you can't really... Or it's not on my radar how to get that really easily. That's wrong. It is. I'm not going to take this. I might actually reroll. So Chaos Res is totally fine. We have T3 Chaos Res, so that might be T2 Chaos Res, or T4. But I know if I click reroll here, it's just going to give us some garbage. So I'm stressing on what to do. But I think we are going to reroll it. Because we're already maxed out on Chaos Res right now. This ring is already like God mode. This helmet's fine. Like in general, I'm not too worried. And it isn't solving any problems that we currently have. Days isn't either. We're just gonna reroll. And we hit the better cast mod. Get it twisted, always Gamba. But not really. We almost never Gamba on the stream. Alright, already this pair of gloves is fucking wicked, and I'm about to use a double perfect, because perfect exalts are fucking pointless to me. And let me double check this, even if this makes sense. PoE2 odds. Looking at hybrid. Perfect exalt is 50. So this is going to guarantee we don't hit hybrid. Armor ES. And then anything else we hit is going to be like interesting. 50 is pretty low when it comes to things. Instead of ancient stuff, I think guarantees. What did I see that was 70? Yeah, why is this is crazy. I never realized it, but the perfect AUG and the perfect transmute is minimum mod level 70. It's kind of crazy. Whereas the perfect exalt's just 50. So anyways, gonna hit it. My actual hope at this point is probably just cold lightning damage. That'd be sick. If we hit life, that's fine. If we hit some kind of percent ES, it's probably fine. What we don't want to see... I mean, even accuracy could be fine. Anyways, let's just do it. Fuck around, see what happens. Give me double attack. Accuracy and fire? It's something. Alright. Where are we at? We're at 86 int. We need 99. So even if I swap the 6 here for it.
Go on.
We're at 90.
What is it? Never too old to
I don't know if I can swap. Give me a sec. Let me see how much 5. That works. That works. Good. Maxed elemental res. We got max chaos. We're swapping away from a pair of gloves that, you know, weren't really crazy in the first place. We're swapping to some insane shit. Let me actually see what the just quick damn. What the fuck, dude? So the numbers that I'm looking at here, it's not the actual value, but it's the relative value, right? This is going up 6k. Oh, and we don't need the cold res on that. For the socket here, so we get a socket on the gloves that we can mess around with. Which, do we have anything specific? Because I knew we had one that was... Oh! Bro, we just want to boost more fizz damage? Fisher skills have +2 to limit is like the non... Doesn't matter. I think we had Rage. Did we get the Rage one? We did. It gives you Warcry cooldown recovery rate. We don't really care about that, but maybe having some Rage could be fine. I'm going to pay attention next map to see how my Rage gen is looking. I also maybe want to remove this. It hasn't felt crazy. Martial weapon, armor. It's effective shock. Yeah, I mean, in general, we could just put on, you know, any amount of resistance if we need to. But, hold up. I dropped 300 ES? Really? From that one node? Oh no, the gloves themselves, huh? No. Yes. That's crazy. These gloves have T1 and it goes up to 65 energy shields. And just having 65 energy shields versus 30 is around 200. Like 150, 200 change in ES. That's crazy. So we are significantly removing our, like lowering our EHP right now. So maybe I actually want to move some points back into. So I have one there and one there. So 2 points away from maybe damage here is generic. But if the whole point of me going this setup is for more damage, what are we doing? So okay, let me do a real quick thing. I'm gonna pull up path building. It's been a long time since I pulled up POB. Actually, let me make sure it's not on stream. Sure, this pops up. It's not on stream. Okay, we're just logging in. So what am I looking at? I'm looking at if I can remove these points for the accuracy. My accuracy goes down to 98% if I do that. Precision is carrying pretty hard. Let me see what gloves it has on. Got the old gloves on. New gloves have literally accuracy on them. This should be enough, I think. Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah, our character's in a really good spot now. Music turned off. Give me a sec. So what happened was I can remove these 4 points, and now we can place them anywhere. In this case, I want more ES. More ES, and then even more ES through these two nodes. So increased defenses. We do want a shield upgrade. I've had this shield forever. Well, now we're actually higher than the ES we started with. And it was because I had points here that were increasing our damage before, but now we're like nowhere near the amount that initially there was like 5% more damage per point here. And it was because accuracy rating from strength was so important. Right now we just got a T1, no, T3, so plus 280 accuracy. And because we have precision 2, as well as precision 1, socketed into our setup, in general that just boosted us to like the point of not needing anything. The shields, again, it's on a quartered crest shields, but every mod was insane. I might even like, I could like annul off with like a light and try to get a better prefix there. But I guess looking at it, it's not really crazy, so. Trying to remember what, this is the base we want. We want black steel crest. T1 with fucking thorns on it, man. That's T1 with you weirdo mods on it. So I've definitely been looking out for it, but we just haven't gotten lucky enough. Anyways, yeah, so boom, massive upgrade on our character. +2 level, all melee. I guess in the meantime I can just put anything in there for now. What do I not care about? We have a bunch. I mean, I could just put life in. Oh, we have 14 of these? Sure. It's me wasting it, but it's fine. We're now to the level 27 Rolling Slam. Down the line, we could easily get level 30. Right now, we only have a level 19 skill gem. We tried to corrupt 2 of them. They both broke. I think this is a 19 with 23% quality on it. But right. Let me think. Oh shit. I want to see something. Is this? Yeah, I remembered. We were gonna close it. This is an expedition map. I have been wanting so long to farm expedition, but anytime I see it, I ignore it and I forget. We don't have an expedition tablet. We really need to get one. So yeah, let's try to figure this out. All of those mods right there are horrible for us, so let's just ignore them and click on enemies.
Yes, go after the treasure.
Did that hit? Oh, okay. In general, we skipped everything.
Shake the tree, Zero. Oh.
So the hope is all I want. I don't care about logbooks, I don't care about anything. Just give me a fucking tablet, please. And I think you can get it from the chest, so we've got a lot of chests open here. Just give me a tablet. Just so I can play the game. Yeah. Yeah, that's about right. Oh, I didn't clear. I didn't full clear. Did I? Still saying it's open. What's left? Is there a single mob over there? Is that him? Nothing. We tried. If that's the case, we'll probably try out Breach. So let me go check the tablets we have. Gold found fucking blows. That's free. Waystone Quant, I really want. More density, that one looks pretty good. Experience gain, hell yeah. Oh, nice. I'll just hit this one with an Alk. Rarity. These are all great. So I'm just going to run a bit of Breach before I do. I'll be right back. Shouldn't be too long, probably about a minute. Not that one. Let me rename this while I can. Name Beerby. Beerby. And I'm back. I'm trying to think about how do we make Earthquake feel better. Their attack speed's slow. I don't think there's another gem we could be putting in here that's going to increase the attack speed, but keep the damage. Something going on with my mouse, but chilling. I was going Death Scythe. We've been doing webcam streams this week, inspired by a Hearthstone streamer making his comeback from like 10 years ago. I was watching him. He played TFT and then he got back into Hearthstone a little bit, and it was just fun seeing him. So I thought, you know, I've shown my face before. We've live streamed with a webcam on before, but it's always a lot more work than not having it on. And then doing the videos, it's super easy. But yeah, Firebat HS inspired me, dog. He's back. But yeah, right now I'm trying to figure out if I can get more attack speed on Earthquake just for it to feel better. We don't have the special. Interesting. I could do hit and run. I didn't think about that at all, actually. Skill can't be used. Oh. I mean, that's too far. That's too far. I'd like to be able to set it up, so we can't do that. But okay. If I don't want to do leech, what would I want to do? Damage is fine. I technically could just do Fist of War. Oh, and the thing that I was thinking of that we don't have set up, I need... Man, I wasted my 6 socket. Nope. Look at my music on again. Definitely taking a bit too long on this. Can I check lineage that we have? I don't think any of our lineage would help. But just double checking. I was thinking about running a banner. We had 38% or 38 spirit without running. What do you call it? Precision 2. So we do have the ability to get a second, or like a banner, but... Because I'm being indecisive today, we'll just stick with compressed. Okay. And now we gotta piece together some maps, even though we're getting obliterated on the maps, man. Every single map over here is gonna be really tough for me to run, so we only have 3 left. Hardcore does something to you, that's not a bad setup. Tilt ground is fine, nice. This map's gonna be a lot of stuns. And with Breach, that actually could be deadly, so we'll see how this feels. We got pack size. We got item rarity, chance to contain additional breach, chance to contain 3 additional breaches. And then this one's just quality or quantity of waystones, which, you know, we really want, so give it a go. I haven't been playing a lot of breach, so this could be deadly. I'll be pretty careful with the escape button is my guess. Earthquake is doing some damage now. And again, I checked out my character without the gloves. I might do it before and after, off stream on the POB, just so I can get an understanding of how much more damage we got tonight. But those gloves were insane, and now the only thing that remains, if we're talking damage, is a Giga weapon or a Giga amulet. So we don't have any plus level of melee on our amulet. I'm assuming if we got one, it's probably going to be anything other than that mod's probably going to be pretty shitty, so we'll see. But we'll be gambling probably amulets from here on out then. Item rarity that we're at. 100% map. Bad. I'm happy Earthquake's doing enough to finally start clearing shit out. For a while there, it was nothing more than just kind of like the way we got Leech. Oh yeah, but Trash Panda, we got a rockin' Mark skin again. The setup from last stream was costing me too much in terms of stats on my gear. And today I immediately just went straight into item rarity. And then ripped those 2 auras off. It just wasn't worth. If I really cared about EHP or whatever, we can just put the points on the tree. So it was just one of those things where I wanted to learn, like, could I do it? Could I do charge regulation with frenzy charge and then pin and some shit like that? So Itava with Wyvern form, interesting. Who somebody in chat was all about that. Not like actually doing it, but like the Wing Blast setup with while leveling. Wing Blast was kind of like the Bone Shatter replacement. And we'll see. I'll take a little bit of a between maps is easy for me to just kind of answer questions. So if you see me mapping, I'll make a reference to, you know, a request in chat, and then as long as I remember between the maps, I'll talk about it once we're out of here. That was you, yeah. So I mean, there is a world where I could level up Wyvern, Smith Gitava. But at the moment, I don't have too much experience on it. I just know, in general, you can make a Smith work basically in any way. It's kind of crazy. The reason why I go Rolling Slam is because the ability to scale it is something that's like known to me. I know how much damage I need to clear the game with it, and really strong single target. Ooh, fire spell and hits. Really? That's not an easy answer. Oh shit. Fucking recovery, man. The specific mob that is going to get me killed, guaranteed this league, is this guy. Prevents recovery above 50%. We're just gonna die to it at some point, I can tell. Yeah, between maps, I'll pull up the Smith Kitava defenses, and like, if you're talking about like late game shit where you're giga juicing temples and stuff, it's gonna be tough. But if we're just talking casual play, hardcore even, the focus is just gonna be on taking the node that gives you maximum fire res and trying to max out all your res. But if you're going fire spell and hit, you know, might be a little bit hard to fit it in, but it'd still be worth it. Oh shit, wait, we opened a breach, sorry. We're breach farming. I need to treat it like it's actually a thing that I can farm, and not something that I just casually open in maps and then move away from. Oh, that was terrible. Holy shit. What, 3, 2? How many splinters? 0? Yo, did we just get 0 breach splinters from a fucking breach, dude? I'll get better. Trust. Let me actually check if we have 50 so I could go kill Zest so we could get our first +2. I also don't even know what I put my first 2 breach points into. Maybe I should swap that as well. Oh, it's the one? Yeah, okay. If we're gonna force it, we can remove the like chance of getting like 10 breaches or whatever. Armor plus ES or energy shields. Definitely. No escape. I want to say just armor and life. Which is not the answer you want to hear, so we can talk about it in a bit. Armor ES, though, is really good. I mean, it's totally fine to go hybrid. Just, I do leech entirely. We got a 21% on that, and we got a 29% on that. Interesting helmet.
What is this? Is all we have useful.
But yeah. Pulling up my character. This is from Softcore, this league. The reason why this character works is because it's a hybrid build. So I can't do 1-to-1, right? This is a Viper cap. I'm going armor evasion. But in general, armor values of like, I don't know, anywhere from like 10k in maps is like fine, right? But this node is the reason why Smith of Kitava is so tanky. Let me scroll up and see if you said hardcore. Nope. Could be hardcore, but in general, if you can get Forged in Flame and then max your resistances out, this is essentially the equivalent of getting 2.5 times your total life pool. So I'm at 3k life. This would be the somebody with 3k life and 90% to all res against elemental damage. It would be the same as if I had 75% maximum elemental resistance and somewhere like 8,000 ES here, or like 8,000 life, right? Like this number is insane. So when you go Smith, you have Cole Stoker and you have Forged in Flame, and these two notables can just make you have a much easier time of hitting this threshold. How you get your max fire res up, if you're in trade, you can do it in a few different ways really easily. But this is one of the biggest ones, and it's cheap, I'm pretty sure. So this is against the Darkness Diamond. Notable passives and skill radius grant +1 maximum fire res. I'm using it with the helmet. Viper cap, right? Constricting command. So I want surround nodes. But you don't need to put it in this area. Just in general, you can get like 4% max fire res from this one jewel. You can take the rage here if you want. If you put it here, you can go, again, rage. You can unbending, vigilance. All these are really strong. This one's okay, but again, another surround setup. So in general, this is really strong. Belts just have +3 on the prefix here. Insane. Gloves, you can just get +1. There's a lot of stuff that I've talked about in different videos on that. But in general, it's the power of Smith defensively comes from this. If you're talking offensively, I haven't tried out fire spell on hit, but you'd have to remove something down here. Everything that I run was like defensive oriented. You can remove strength, you could remove max life, because you wouldn't have to go Giant's Blood probably. If you went hybrid armor ES, you really wouldn't need the max life, so you could take these 2 points off. Put them here. His damage is fire, as well as the 90% all res is insane. Unaffected by damaging ailments, insane. Like, defensively, Smith is just fucking crazy. So, a specific build to help you out for Wyvern, I don't know at the moment. We haven't really run it. But knowledge of Smith and just what it can do, it's like almost guaranteed you'd be able to pull it off. Extra chaos and monster damage. So this is going to be a little scary, but I wouldn't be too worried about it this map. What was I going to do? Close and open 30% slower would really help us out. Let's do more clasped hands, actually. Sounds fine. Nah. We'll make him open and close slower, because we're slow as fuck. Baffles, you lose block there. Which I guess I really haven't on this character been... I don't think we have Saffles. We haven't really been, like, we haven't scaled block. 25% block is still, you know, 25% reduced damage on hits, so not nothing, but that is true. You could maybe try that out. There's another shield that just gives you +5, I think. Rise of the Phoenix. Like, Smith is disgusting when it comes to options. There's even new ones in hidden behind other jewels. So trade gives you a lot of opportunity for that kind of stuff. The abyssal jewel that you can get. Oh shit. Huh. So that was a map that I thought we could run. Oh shit. I could have... I think I could have died there if I moved a sec. That was weird. That was a map I thought we could run, but... because it was chaos? I think I got stunned. Oh, maybe it was increased chance of elements. I don't think we got hit by Ellie weakness into that, but... well, that was a huge throw on my part, because we're really low on maps, right? Any amount of map. I'm gonna run this one because defensively it's not that bad, but this bottom mod is super fucking bad for us, so we'll see how it goes. That was brutal. It also could have just been mob type. I wasn't really paying too much attention. But we'll definitely have a little bit of a cooldown after that. My heart's not really pumping because, you know, the pause logout's just pretty chill, but anytime that something like that happens, you want to just reset a bit so it doesn't happen again in the next map. Yeah, the lack of attack speed for Earthquake is really brutal. I'm more okay with the slow attack speed on Sunder because it's off screen. It's massive wave clear. I'll touch should be fine. And I mean, I guess we are getting just natural waystone drops throughout the maps on these, so maybe we're not in too bad of a spot, but we'll see. Reach Lords up there. Another clasp up there if I want it. That's another breach. With the rare. We've yet to really try to chance anything outside of soul tethers, and I think if I really want to try to get the perfect soul tether, it's going to take every chance orb we ever get. I tripped. There was something else I wanted to look into. This is another 50%er. Holy fuck. Dude, 50%er, man. Nerf this fucking mod, dude. Ooh. Okay. Six. Yuck. We suck. And I can't blame the map. This is a pretty good map for it, honestly. I say that as I hit like a little edge here. It's pretty shitty. Maybe I ignore Earthquake and we just Rolling Slam. Because like these mobs are just surrounding us. So if that's just guaranteed, then any Earthquake with an Aftershock is going to blow everything up, I think. Long way to go. I think we also have unique breach tab, maybe? That might be worth it. Or it was just the last time we ran breach, that's what I was running. And it just makes it so that it never closes. So with a really slow setup like ours, it's like, no. Maybe better. That was the last breach. I'm guessing we have enough for Zest. I'm not super familiar with the fight. The point where I'm like giga confident going into it, but I think we'll just blow them up. Our damage, like the 50 splinter, could be totally fine.
Your soul will join my steeple.
Da. Only getting one waystone from the bosses is kind of shit right now.
Speak. Choose what you need.
Crit chance and +2 all minions, man. Interesting. Never gonna use it, but sure. Bulk, I clear out.
Go on. Choose what you a useful trade.
I cleared all my uniques. I think I wanted to keep those gloves for some reason, but just kill these.
We need to collect.
Any chance orbs are we at 2? 3? Sure. And then Zest. How many splinters? 70, 72. Get up there. Go kill this guy. So, again, not worried about really dying here. I don't think the damage is there. even if the damage is there, I should be able to dodge everything and then just insta-stun him and kill him. The first Splinter setup is really easy. I also really want to get back to running Olroth, but again, sadly, Expedition is a bitch. I think they should add a different way to get, like, deterministically get tablets right now. I think it'd be cool. SSF is definitely lacking any way to do that right now. Maybe I don't actually know. Is there a way to reforge? If you reforge tablets, does it turn, like... Can I reforge 3 random mechanic tablets for the non-mechanic tablets? Like an Abyss, Ritual, Breach or something, and then it turns into a Expedition or something? I'm guessing you can't, but we can try it in a sec. But yeah, it's gonna be a little while before we get into like any crazy... I mean, we almost died today, so maybe I'm wrong, but I'm not planning on doing any 150 bosses just yet. So. I might take that back with the changes we made today. And I guess we'll get a chance to see based on this boss. So the goal is break the armor, set up the stun, and then actually do a full combo with a weapon swap. He might just die though before then. Yeah, we'll see. On our weapon swap, we have max res on our weapon swap finally. Hell yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna start out dual then. It doesn't matter. I can like put down some earthquakes, but we're just gonna fucking rolling slam him to death. This dude's dead. I'm assuming the 2 million just straight up here with it. Yeah. And then if we're talking about 100 splinter or a 150 splinter, 100 splinter should be easy, and then 150 is still going to take us a good amount of time to do, I think. A perfect Choir of Storm. What would that go for in softcore? Interesting. Almost perfect. Okay. If I want to put points in that get me guaranteed value, let me just get more hands. We're just trying to get as many splinters as possible. Like 40% quantity by the monsters, but we take more damage, so yeah, fuck that. And then I think Waking Nightmares, same deal. First stack, yeah, fuck off. Reach is insane, man. Chance to freeze there's kind of scary from earlier. Actually, this is like identical to the map that fucked us, I think, actually. Need to be higher light. Oh, yeah, no, you're right. What do we even hit? 18? Yeah, no go. Alright, extra chaos, cast speed, stun, build up on itself. Should be fine. That map we attempted. This map we can't go up to Sump. Wait. I actually feel like we need to care about when we're doing Breach. Stronghold's probably an okay Breach. I don't know about Decay. Oh, we could even run... Fuck it. We'll run one of these guys with extra rarity on it, see what happens. Yeah, good reminder on the, any item that has a skill tied to it, man. The RNG, for like what the level could be, is fucking trippy. I think they'll tune it eventually in PoE too, but for now there's a lot of like weird janky stuff going on. How much rarity are we talking? Wait, 160. Jeez. I'm running trash maps, man. This was a waste. And then we'll see. It's interesting how little other content when we plugged Breach in that is on these maps. Because before I feel like I was seeing a shit ton of content. I don't think there's anything to that, but... Dude, I also don't like this mob type. It must have been from the map, but like... I don't know. It's specifically the mobs from, Coda. Ranged, a lot of projectiles, and it looks like chill, hold, something like that. Yeah, that shit. Just look how much, man. It is brutal. We can face tank most things. Yeah, we're up to fucking 1400 armor from Ironbark because we're just eating everything. Alright. Got the first breach. There's supposed to be more hands. We're supposed to be getting a little bit more time to do it. The map's a little strange though. We might have to go between sort of layers here. You're now seeing why just spamming Rolling Slam is the way to go. We cannot get stunned out of Rolling Slam, essentially. It's really high stun thresholds, and it just does a fuck ton of damage, so... I think that's going to be my Breach strat, instead of even trying to get an Earthquake off. As we just get overwhelmed by this shit. I'm gonna go left, and then if we can, we'll go up. Didn't feel like too many more hands, which means we definitely do have to be running arounds to get this shit going. Like, the hands are somewhere. Just don't know where. Oh, I'm stuck, and I'm kind of worried. No, we got our Rolling Slam off. Breach is definitely a good reason for me to go block, or invest a little bit more in block. It's not something I've tried to do yet. 9 splinters, sure. That was the only breach in the map. Breach is kind of feeling like not running triple tablets. Feels like something I should just be doing casually. I don't exactly know what the setup should be, but clearly what I'm doing I think is wrong.
Dog, now you shall meet your end.
We also could maybe try out some harder bosses. I haven't put any points into the boss tree, so putting the first 4 points in should make them harder, but we're one-shotting them anyways, like what's the deal? It's just the worry that they could kill us, and depending on which boss we're talking about, that could easily happen. Perfect Jewelers, holy shit. Okay, so I could be greedy, and we could again use it on, you know, Rolling Slam, and then try to corrupt and like double corrupt, trying to hit 20. Or we just chill with it, and I use it on Earthquake or Sunder. Or Leap Slam. So Leap Slam would get us days, actually, and that was what I was thinking about putting on it. Oh, got stunned out of the second part of Rolling Slam there, and we have fucking mana. Relying on Flask for mana leeches, a little bit brutal. A really weird map overall. I wish I had that shrine from the start, though. I think they'll probably work on it, especially if they get enough feedback. Plus level to skills seems like something they're constantly iterating on, and I don't know if that matters with next patch is supposedly like end game changes, right? I don't know if they're going to include in that some kind of rework on end game scaling, but from my experience, what's happened is GGG early on, you know, they released the game in a state. They probably did a good amount of internal testing and caught as much as they could. And then certain builds became like giga outliers, right? 0.2, same deal. They're just kind of tuning, getting a feel for like, okay, how much health should these bosses have, right? How many versions of the bosses should there be? Right, we're locked into like 3 different versions right now. 2 for Uber, Exarch, right? And then just picking like, okay, map bosses with 10 points in the map boss tree should have 20 million life, and like the T3 bosses, same deal. And then they can start balancing everything around that. My build from last league got nerfed by like 2 or 3x damage. And I put out, it wasn't like a doomer post, but like a little bit of a, what do you call it? Clickbait. I put out like, oh man, they fucking nerfed my build, like, by a lot of damage. Like, what am I gonna do? And I thought I had an option for it. That option didn't work, and then it just turns out I didn't need 3 times damage. I was just doing enough damage, so like, when it comes to them scaling, especially with like plus levels and shit, I think they can definitely, once they have a better understanding of like how much damage does the average player need, just fix some of this gear.
Have you found more?
Perfect, I kind of want to throw on, but I think I'm just going to chill with it for now. Got 4 maps from that map, hell yeah. That's what we're talking about. I was getting a little doomer on the maps here too, but if we get 4 per map, we're fine. Freeze chance again, and elemental weakness, so.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna keep pathing. We'll do sump. I'm gonna rip. If I'm just trying to get splinters, let's just keep the ready one. Nah, let's keep the map one. And then I want a on a waystone irradiated, which we do have. Map has one additional modifier. Go fuck yourself. That'll do. And then the final one. Just do Abyss. We'll do bosses. That's fine. Hell yeah. Oh no, I thought I got waystone on it. Fuck. How many bosses do I have? That's on, okay. We haven't fully unveiled, so I could just get a better one. Effectiveness is fine. I guess the ones that are magic still we can also just hit with an alch. Like all the gold ones actually. The additional mod I'm a little worried about. That's still a really cool one. Oh yeah. Waystone, waystone, waystone from bosses. Juice the boss, and if I really wanted to, we could maybe start dying to these bosses. And go up to here. So +4 is something that I might be okay with. The only issue is if we hit a very specific boss that could one-shot, and I just don't know the numbers on it. I might be a little worried. So I'll put it in. Sump is not an issue, I don't think. And we'll see how it goes. I think Sump is the witch on the broom, right? This is not looking like the witch. Oh no, it is. Oh yeah. So in general now we're just playing maps with a bit higher monster level. A single breach. So we'll just run these maps for a little while we're gaining splinters. And maybe if I'm doing this strategy, I click on the node that says, you know, way higher chance of getting multiple breaches in any given map again. I might look into trying to get some flow reduction. Brutal. Any monster with chill, man. Can you get a charm for that? Can I just have a charm that removes chill? Maybe that's what I need. Maybe that's what I've been ignoring as like giga easy quality of life. We need to get a little bit more spirit, but that would be worth it, I think. I also don't know how much temple nodes we're up to yet. But we could pull up the temple in a bit here. I've been ending stream with it, but I'm a little worried to do that tonight, because I'm guessing we're about to lose our sacrificial chamber again. Pretty confident that's about to happen. hunting for hands. Not on this side, really. I also don't know any of the unique charms that could be really useful for us. We're not seeing a good amount of shit from this. I wonder if Breach is good for getting level 20 gems as well. Yeah, you're right. I've definitely hit that before, where I had a map that was like really bad for it. The RNG nature of the stuff that hey! I was asking about level 20, and we got a level 19, so I think Breach might be good for it, actually. $11 splinters, let's go. I'm happy with that. Boss top right. We only had what, one breach. Big chillin'. Grab this guy. High percent. Yo, I need to actually check when I'm auging on weapons. I just realized. Because the perfect mod is 70. I actually wonder if it only... Yeah, we'll check that out in a sec. Alright, so again, I gotta be a little bit more careful on this boss. I have no clue really the damage output on a +4. But when it comes to my damage output, we've gone high enough that I think we'll be fine. So I'm going dual wields. No, I'm not. Fuck that. Holy shit. Okay, now I'm going dual wields straight into... No, I'm not. We're going back to the shields. I played that really safe. But I was assuming I was going to get way more stun buildup than I did. Monsters have way more stun threshold on this map, so that is on me for not realizing. I still don't think this is going to be a difficult boss. But I just, you know, if I'm trying to play it in a very specific way, and that way is all of a sudden changed from what I expected. It's fucking brutal, man. So we have yet to get... Oh, there we go. We have yet to get a full-on dual-wield rolling slam off on this dumb fucking boss. Dude, our auto attack leeches so much. So we got +3 the level of all skills, and it's caused Rolling Slam's mana to go way up as well. Yeah, that was most boss fights aren't gonna look like that. Thawing and staunching. The thawing one with ES is actually crazy, maybe. And the staunch, dude, I might... Okay. I gotta put on chancing those. But I think both of those are crazy. Alright. Go in. I have no clue how many crystals. Probably got around maybe close to 2 runs is my guess. Yep. Sacrificial chambers. I get to sacrifice a room if I want it. We can't progress down that way at all. I fucked up this chain, potentially. I also don't know if a generator is going to upgrade. I mean, technically it would. That doesn't go all the way down here, though. Don't know. Want to keep Alk. I wanted to put... Could I have put a generator right here? Did I just fuck up? God. It is what it is. I don't care about paths. I'm trying to make sure that all these rooms up here get bricked. Anyways, we've got one, you know, Panopticon down here. When this leaves, I literally don't know what our temple becomes. Our temple's just kind of a piece of shit. But right now we have a level 3 sacrificial chamber. And what that means is we get cultivation orbs. So right now we at least get to end stream with a single one. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe it'll finally be the belts. Who knows? I doubt it. But why not?
Not bad for a wanderer.
Solar amulet. Junk. World of Warcraft has begun. Surgeon's Ward. Oh! Yo! I forgot! We also fucking have Surgeon's Symphony. So we actually get to replace body armor. The first one we got was the worst one. We got offered 2 options that basically do nothing for us. But, I mean, we could easily get attack speed, which would be fucking huge for my setup, right? Just any amount of attack speed is fine. And it's just quality of life, so it's not even like I care about damage or whatever. It's just, it would be nice. Well, the boss was like in between rooms. I didn't even notice. I don't think we have to go anywhere really. I am now remembering we also do need to be careful in these rooms because these things shotgun a lot. Like, they're insane. How much lightning damage they do. It's really clear that they're shooting, what do you call it? Not projected, but like, you can tell they're like winding up some crazy shit, but if I walk in and forget, yeah, it could be a problem. What is this thing? Nothing. I was like, is there something special about this room? No. Alright, this is a double boss. Again, just gonna swap dual wield and blow this guy up real quick. Yes, yeah, exactly. There is the minor thing that I did. Even again, we've got like a baby temple, but the thing that I didn't realize I had done was by setting this up, we also have 65% increased effectiveness of uniques in here. So I just ran into like a normal mob. Yo, we got a lock. Let's go. We got our 2 cultivation orbs for the night. Oh yeah. Give me attack speed, please. Ass speed. Really? I'll take move speed while sprinting. That's fine. And then I'm going to ignore the rest of this and then just cut back down. But yeah, our temples have been pretty chill. Early on, I was struggling with the Panopticon setup just because we didn't have a shit ton of Chaos Res. And we also had 2 of them. So, like, we definitely had... There was something that was making it way more rippy. And it kind of delayed me setting a temple up. Where, like, I feel like I could have been in a better situation than I am right now. Had I known what to do and not fucked it up, but it is what it is. Trying to save as much mana as I can going into the next room. Mana flash charges. And again, setting the temple up is really fun. Running specifically these rooms with like the Viper Legionnaires that just get stuck on the sides. Kinda unbearable. Kinda hate them for not fixing this like super quickly because it's to me like a no-brainer and quality of life would skyrocket for me personally, but reroll the restricted is whatever. I might look to put Mana Leech back on Earthquake. I don't even remember what our final support on it is. We triggered the boss. There she is. We stunned her? No, we didn't. Now we did. And she's dead. I think I just kept compressed on it, but Mana Leech just guarantees us never having any issues, so I'll probably just add that again. But yeah, this week I think is going to be this kind of casual, just kind of farming up a little bit. The upgrades that we got 2 nights, damage-wise, might push me over the edge. I might feel more comfortable attempting some crazy shit with the bosses. Where as long as we don't get hits, then we could probably clear all the content in the game. Something we could easily try tonight, actually, is running Simulacrum 100. Oh, we got something there. I think it was the fucking mod one. Dude, I hope it gets more aggro, yeah. It's just like such a minor thing, but I feel like it makes such a big difference, honestly. Especially as, you know, melee, right? If I was ranged, I could just start shooting around the map or whatever and try to figure out where they are, but in general, I just have to run around. Alright, I think we're out of here. No, I actually got a reroll. Nice. Alright, close it up. I threw. But we got the sacrifices back immediately. And we get to sacrifice instantly. I forgot we got a lock. I was supposed to put it on, but I didn't, so I'm fucking stupid. We're probably gonna lose this surgeon next, actually, as well. And again, these rooms I'm placing, I just want to get them to be killed instead of my good shits. I want to say unlucky, but there's nobody to blame but myself. So we don't even need to run this tonight then. Just be for the limb. We still have to get this guy back up. That's gonna take a while, I think. Even, dude, the generator, I could have put the generator out front. Like, I really fucked this up. So, instead of ending on some weird shit, because we could lose this as well. But I could get another lock and just guarantee lock both. That might be fine. Now we'll chill. Alright, gonna do hideout, gonna do one belts. I think we have a belt. We have a single belt here, and we've got 2 long belts that can turn into soul tether as well. It's not a bad pair of gloves, but every pair of gloves is going to be kind of a joke compared to the ones we're currently wearing. We got a cultivation. We got grand projects. I think I have a few grand projects, actually. Let me check. I do. I got 2 grand projects if I want. That's fun. And we got a reliquary key. So today, again, we haven't been doing rituals, so we don't have a bunch of corrupts lying around. So instead, just grabbing the only soul tether we got, hitting it with the corrupts, hoping for an affix. Instead, it just down rolled some stuff, maybe up rolled. I don't know. Maybe no change. If I use this belt, does it actually not give me the spirit? Fuck. Okay, we're gonna chance the other 2 belts. So I'm running on Shaman. You get spirit for each of your empty charm slots. It doesn't count if you don't have them unlocked, I guess. So this is a single charm slot soul tether. But all right, we got 2 chances to hit another one. We're getting, oh no, we're on a real high roll, man. Oh fuck. And just low roll back to back. I don't think I have another soul tether lying around. God, we got Rizlathas. It's kind of fun, as well as an ingenuity, but oh god damn it! I don't want to click it on this one because we have to. I don't want to do it, man. Because if it hits, then it's like whatever. I mean, we got 18 spirit. I don't need all of it. We can figure something out. So, the mods we're looking for, we want to rip off. You lose 5% of maximum energy shield per second, and then we do want to keep life regeneration is applied to energy shield instead. That would be the dream. Really unlikely. What could happen is any of these. So we have a tab called Stack of Bricks. A bunch of ones that just ripped off other mods. Replaced them with random stuff. We've got a single belt that's a double rip. So it did rip off the bad mod, but it put on lose 5% of maximum life per second instead. Can't run that. This one is a belt very similar to mine. It replaced the int, and then this one, the one I'm wearing, replaced the energy shields. Having the int there is actually really helpful. But anyways, we're gonna click it. Sometimes if you have the ritual thing, you can almost like force an affix on it. So like lightning res would have been cool. Armor. In general, this is the shittiest belt we've had. So maybe it'll be the best option for hitting it. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so GGG is definitely watching because they took the shittiest belt possible and they made it even shittier. To the point where this is like peak, like worst soul tether we've got ever. I'm really happy we didn't hit on it. Suicide tether. Fucking A. Alright, let's go get our reliquary key going, man. Who knows, maybe we'll get a soul tether from this. An actual high value unique for us.
Long since abandoned.
Soul tether, what you got? Crude bow? Shitty. Leave it on the ground. This might be the lowest roll, but you're a star in my eyes. Yeah, dude. Just kidding. Whoever made that prompt, good job. Mid-roll. We've already got it, but is the one in our stash holographic? Hell no. It's just close to perfect rolls. Put in some weird ass basic tab. What are these? Recoms? I guess so. Alright. What are we at? Around 2 hours. Normally my streams are pretty short. Like 2 to 3 hours lately. And actually I think what killed me tonight was my music keeps cutting off. I've been using YouTube for mixes, and if that's going, I can just fucking cruise. But then I'm gonna call it there. GG's. Again, big upgrade on from last stream. We got Feral's Rune of the Hunt. I swapped it on and replaced the amount of life regen we were getting with 3 points on the tree. It was pulled out of defenses, so we got an insane amount of offenses here, +1 to all skills, 50% more increased attack damage, insane pair of gloves, a ton of flat fizz. I actually might want to divine these, just to divine up the, the fizz, because it low rolled. So it's low and high rolled, and the top end low rolled. But anyways, just the +2 level of all melee skills here is just insane. So in general, our character went, from our tankiness is basically around the exact same, to being able to do a lot more damage, and the damage matters if I'm going to be doing this, right? If we're going to be adding points to the bosses, the reason why you need to start focusing on bosses, I think we've done the first 2 and the Pinnacle quest. So we need to go kill an anomaly map boss in a 79 with 6 mods, and then a Citadel with 79 at 6 mods to unlock all the points here, which would then start letting us kill Citadel bosses in order to get the Uber frags, which is the end game goal. Last time we waited till literally the end of the season because I really didn't want to lose my character because I was really enjoying it. This time around, I feel like I would be okay with losing this character to Uber Arbiter. The only issue is that I would need to motivate myself to stream without this character, and that I can't do. This guy and just kind of casually farming right now is the reason why I'm streaming. It's really fun to kind of slowly progress towards a goal, and then anybody who's watching who either found me through the videos or found me from like last league when we were just doing hardcore SSF, it's just kind of like a fun thing to follow along with, right? So if I kill my character too early, right, not a good look. But anyways, as always, thanks for anybody who stopped by, was chatting, and I'll catch you guys on Friday. Again, the schedule's normally just Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then sometimes I'll do random streams between. Sometimes I'll upload videos, but That'll probably be the next stream, and I'll catch you guys then. Peace.